army out. That army's gone. Your quiet voice is so pleasant. I have a quiet voice. Well, thank you. I do like my voice as well. I'm not serious, but yeah. Alright, let's get this one back. Ooh, Spain back a second army. Austria also joined in. Why can everyone always join in on the opposite side? Why don't they just join in on my side? Make no Dutch the #1 language. Well, welcome Cabal, and maybe we'll do that at some point. I just believe that point didn't come right now. So, as we can all see, I'm getting screwed over again, because everyone is joining in against me. Perhaps peace out, yes. Well, let's just sign a white peace then, and then we're out. Perfect. Bye bye. That'll help. Playing as our home country in world domination games. Yeah, that's the problem the French had every time. They want to be a major player, but they're just not. That's what keeps killing him. But I still enjoy it. I just have to build up my nation now. However, I would love to see some guy just join me once in a war. Apparently that's never gonna happen. Alright, let's get rid of all those military axes. Because we don't need it anymore. Well, then I would be doing decent. Of course I should be playing with the British fleet then, but basically had just a big merchant fleet. So, why do I losing all these wars? Everyone's against me. I don't like it anymore. No, I do like it. It's a fun game. So let's just continue. World of War ships. The French battleship Dunkirk is badass. Well, yeah, they did, but it also happened the other way around quite a couple of times. So just because you defeat an army or a fleet sometimes doesn't mean that you will do that all the time. And as history taught us, in the end we did lose, so. True. But in the long run we just lost, so. But it's okay, I don't mind. Shouldn't be a warring country. Peace is much nicer. So let's just stay at peace. As our cute Dutch nation. Remove some of your armies. Why? well, in history Netherlands always loses. That ain't true. In history we did quite a few nice things, and for over 200 years we were the richest country in the world, so you can say we always lose, but that's not completely true. And of course we're not a great power, and of course if we go to war now we would lose in a few days, but there were initial successes in the past, so... I know you said that, and I know what I said. I just like to respond to everything, even if it's just a joke. It's my nature as a teacher, I guess. Just have to say something back. Alright, 1580. It's looking nice. True, true, true. And I mean, most people have seen the advertising film, America first, but the Netherlands second, and after that all countries copied it, but we were the first to do that, so... And I mean, I'm proud to be Dutch and to live in this country, and I mean, pretty much all statistics, lists with statistics, we are in the top 5 or 7 of best nations in the world, so you can say whatever you want, but I love it to be a Dutchman living in Holland. Right, manpower almost refilled. Let's speed it up a little bit. Should check out our colonies here. French particularists. Oh, just in the south. That's okay. That is okay. Alliance offer from Poland. I thought we were already in an alliance. Why did we break that? Just kill him, I don't care. Let's improve relations with him. Allow her to stay. Morale of armies goes up, or we gain 5 prestige. Well, then allow her to stay. What can you not love about more morale? And we are gaining manpower again. Well, it's Den Haag, or The Hague, or whatever how you pronounce it. Dutch invented Hague, you know, that one court that's actually World Court. Well, we did not invent it, but we came up with the idea and they put it here. Yeah, it's nice that we have that court, although countries like the US don't participate in it, so... Yeah, it's called the City of The Hague. But I'm living in Rotterdam now, but I was born in Vlaardingen, and we will move there again in 2 months and live there, so that's really the lovely part about it. How are we doing religiously? So, worm is spreading, that's fine. Well, the International Crime Court is in The Hague, so if you commit war crimes or whatever, like in Africa, there are quite a few rulers who committed war crimes or crimes against humanity, and then you'll be trialed in The Hague. We have the International Crime Court. So, but, well, countries that should participate don't, so the US doesn't participate in it. So as soon as we capture a US soldier and he will be accused of war crimes, there's a law in the US that demands that they come and free him. So I always hope that at some point an American soldier will be accused of war crimes and that we can get him. And then I would love to go to the beach and see a big American carrier from the coast, and that those Marines will come ashore and will come and free that guy. I would love to see that. Nice. There is a food court, yeah. Nice. Alright, manpower's building up again. Yeah, well, I think the crime court is more of a symbol of where we want to be, because a lot of countries don't participate in it or just ignore it, or every country has its own agenda, so it's virtually impossible to unite the world. So, getting all those reformed people in our country. Interesting, because at some point I want to switch religion, so let's just keep it going like this, and at some point we will switch. It's fine. And we're just having a nice time here, and I really enjoy it. All those lovely people in chat. Thanks everyone for the nice time so far, I really like it. Right, we can become defender of the faith. I just don't want to, but we can. So where's my... It's right there. We should expand it a bit more. 5 galleons. 1, 2, 5, and 5 galeas I built, and 5 galleons. 1, 2, 5. Let's get a pretty decent fleet. What country do you and everyone in chat see as a threat to world peace? Well, the problem with those questions is there isn't just one country. Like when people argue, there's always 2 people arguing or more. So which country does pose a threat to world peace? I believe in a sense almost every country is a threat to world peace. As long as you have an army, you're a threat to world peace, because nobody knows what the next ruler will do with that army. So, but probably the biggest threat to world peace is the US. Because they respond with aggression to almost everything. If you just go back to the Second World War and take every country that they've been in, or invaded, or overthrown a government in, or whatever, to now, you get up to 100 different places and countries where they intervened. And now they blame Russia for being aggressive on their own border, with the Ukraine, and of course that's wrong and they should not be in Ukraine, but it's in their sphere of influence, and always the Americans get very mad if somebody does that, but nobody asked them to invade Iraq or Afghanistan or do something like that. And then if you condemn that, then you're wrong and they're just doing the right thing. And if another nation does it, then it's always wrong. See the nobility order gets it down. Let's get it down on the nobility, we can deal with that. Well, China's just doing one thing, getting up to par with the US. They're doing what the US is already doing for years and years and years. So why are they a bigger threat than the US? But world politics is complex and quite hard to really comprehend and understand, and so yeah. Right, let's check. Improve relations with... Alright, we have another one's switching to reformed. Probably get into a religious war sometime soon. Ooh, well, reunification will be quite hard to achieve in Korea because they're already divided for so long and they are completely different countries. It would be nice if it would happen, but the only thing right now is that usually change happens from inside a country. So the people of North Korea have to stand up against their leaders, and right now, with all the help of China, there's no use of doing that. So the only chance they have is that China stops with all the support and they just get really pissed and overthrow their government. But it will take a lot of bloodshed and a lot of civilian casualties, so... But that's a tough one. But it's probably the only way. It's just a very harsh and difficult way. Probably no one wants for them, but what else can you do? That's true, but in North Korea people got, well, close to brainwashed, and that makes it tough. Well, Nicholas, in history, like 500 years ago, there also weren't those things and people still stood up. I mean, even in Holland we stood up against our Spanish oppressors and we kicked them out. Took us 80 years, but we kicked them out. So you don't need mass media or public transit or something to stop accepting what's happening and make a fist against it. There are always other ways. And I always give an example in class. I'm the teacher, I'm standing in front, and everyone says that as a teacher I have the power and I can remove students and I can just give them penalties and stuff. But I always tell them, you guys have the power. If I tell them that they need to go out of class and they just sit there and say no, I have a problem. And I can get the director of school or something, but The masses always have the power. If they say, we're really sorry, sir, but we're not going to do anything today, then I can dance or do anything I like, but if they don't want to, they don't do it. And of course I have pressure means, and I can tell them I will punish them and stuff, but in the end they have the power. And yes, if in North Korea people will stand up, of course people will die. As did in the Dutch War of Freedom against the Spanish. People died. And that's real bad and shouldn't happen, but probably it's the only way to ensure that the country becomes ever free again. Or we should do an outside intervention, and I'm opposed to that. I don't like outside interventions. So it's a really complex situation, but really the people in North Korea have the power. They just don't realize it and they don't know it because they're not told that. And the thing is, in class, when I do decent things, when I'm learning them something, when we have a nice time together, they won't stand up against me. But there are classes in which they don't like the teacher, and teaching gets real tough. And they just don't do what you say, and you can punish them as much as you want, they just won't do it. Because they have the power, I don't have the power. I have a few pressure means, and normally they listen to it, so they give me the power to do that. They're the ones giving it. They just refuse to listen, I have a problem. This is rather expensive and we could use some extra development, so let's not do that yet. No, you don't need to kill your teacher, you can just... I had it once, it happened to me. I got into a new class, I didn't know them, they didn't know me, and they thought we'd do a joke, so they all said they didn't have books. And I I could do anything I want, I could kick them all out or something, but they had the power, they just said we don't have books. In the end they did have books, it was just a joke, but there was nothing I could do against it. And well, luckily we had a big laugh about it and nothing happened with it, but yeah, they have the power. I don't. People don't realize it. If we all think fuel is too expensive, we should do something about it. We should just stand up and make sure that it doesn't happen and that it gets cheaper. And if we don't, well then any company can charge you whatever they want. Because we give them that power. Alright, looking rather decent. Let's get a few extra trade ships. We can use that. Usually people have the power, and sometimes you have to stand up against the government or stand up against injustice, and yes, people could die doing that. Still, those people in the end have the power. And the question is, are you willing to die for that power? Some people are not. Alright, did Flanders? No. New claims, so we should get a few claims on Burgundy. they do have quite a few allies. Let's just build a spy network. Do the same against the British. Get a claim on Artois. Alright, another colony done. Perfect. Starting to look quite nice down here. Should probably send out a new explorer. As to find, for instance, Australia. Let's go. Explorer. I'll find the Southern Indian Ocean. Yep, French Revolution. There's a lot of examples in history where people stood up against their rulers and they won. But I have very unfortunate news, as you could read in my schedule. I have to go to a birthday party soon. So I will be here for a little while. And then I think about 5 minutes, and then I have to go and prepare myself to go to the birthday party. It's still a drive I have to make before we get there. And we get dinner there and then have a nice party. So I won't be on tonight or this evening. I'll be back tomorrow. And well, just 5 more minutes for now. So don't run away immediately. I'm still here. But in a while I'll be going. So you can be prepared for that. Shock won't be too great when I go. Thank you, Pyrotexas. I will have fun. Great Britain no longer considers me a rival. That's really nice of him. Let's just love him for that. Wish the Ottomans wouldn't consider me a rival. That would help. Perhaps I should improve relationship with Austria a bit. Well, politics are kinda interesting, but also tough to understand, and it's a thin line you're walking on. Can I threaten them to war? Yes, I can give in. Let's check. We can get checks. Let's do so. Very interesting. Court of Versailles, 33 prestige and 2 base tax. Alright. And we should get the extra settlers, so... Yeah, police, 1 main... Ooh. A few nice things, perfect. Righty. Let's check. They are still happy. Yes, everybody is happy. Let's improve relationships with them though. Keep them happy. We have alliances and royal marriages, so that's good. Alright, things are looking decent. Brazil is growing fast. Interesting. Oh, our royal marriage at Flanders ended. I don't have a free diplomat, but he will tell me to. Nice. Well, bad things always happen in history. rulers who don't want to give up their power, or want people to submit to them by using force, which is always the wrong way. Might work for a while, but in the end people will stand up against you. Happened always in the past. So, let's save up. And, well, we'll end this stream here. I enjoyed it. Real nice talks in here. Thanks for being there again. You are a great audience. If you didn't do so yet, please hit that follow button, support me that way, and then you can see when I'm online and you can come watch again. And I hopefully will talk to you guys later. Not today, but hopefully tomorrow or someday next week. I'll be online quite a few times, so I haven't updated my schedule yet for next week, but I will do that this evening when I'm getting home. Before I go to bed, I'll update schedule, so then you can see when I'll be online. So, have a nice day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.